The big game is almost here, and while football fans are making their predictions, we're bringing in someone with a different kind of playbook, one that taps into the unseen. Our next guest is a psychic medium and spiritual teacher who's here to share what his senses are picking up about the biggest football game of the year. Let's welcome Vincent Genna. Hello, Vincent. Welcome.
Hey, Desiree, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Hey, Vincent, the big game's coming up, so let's start with the big question. Can a psychic actually predict the outcome of the big game?
Absolutely not. Not. And I'll tell you why, Desiree. Because, first of all, we are the ones that created games of chance and all these kinds of games and competition. We did that as entertainment in order to enjoy. But universally, our souls knew that we had to create an even playing field for everyone because intuition can come in. And it mostly does when it's not conscious for a lot of people, but for a psychic to turn around and actually be able to give the winning team the score, the spread, the coin toss, and all of those predictions, it just wouldn't be fair. Not to mention, if I was able to do that, I'd own your studio right now if I could, right?
Yes.
And I'd be so rich for people even ask me about lottery numbers.
Yeah.
Now, the unfair part is people think just because we can't predict lottery numbers or who's going to win the Super Bowl, that there's no such thing as psychic ability. But that's just not true. We are over 11,000 years old because of our intuition. And some of us just wind up developing it and paying more attention to that inner voice and that inner ear more. I can teach it, but I'm telling you, and this is what winds up happening. In the beginning, when I first started this and I was a little naive using my ability, I was predicting the Super Bowl outcome. And I was so accurate. Not only did I get the winning team, I got the scores, I got the coin toss, and that went that way for a couple of years. But people started calling me to actually bet on my predictions. The moment that happened, I couldn't predict anything. It was all wrong. It was completely opposite of what I was saying. And that's what happens in the way the universe balances itself out.
So Vincent, even though you can't predict the big game, we would enjoy getting your psychic guesses on other elements of the big game as possible. Like, will the game maybe go into overtime?
No. Actually, what I'm feeling, and don't bet on this, I'm telling you, otherwise you're going to ruin it for me. It's that it's going to go back and forth the entire time. You know, the Chiefs are going to score, the Eagles are going to score. The Chiefs are going to score, the Eagles are going to score. And right at the last minute of the game, boom, is the deciding factor and the actual point that lets that team win. Now, I can tell you who I'm hoping for. You know, I might be giving it away with a little. This is supposed to be an angel wing, but it does look like an eagle feather.
I'm noticing
but
the
it can
colors.
also represent. I know, right? The green here. You know, the Chiefs have won so many times. Those guys don't have any room on their fingers anymore for those Super Bowl rings.
That's fair.
You
Vincent,
know,
I gotta ask you too.
Yes.
Who do you sense might take home the coveted MVP title this year?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. I have no idea. You know what? You know who came in first? Taylor Swift. I don't know why. I have no idea because I think the camera time is going to be focusing on her more than it's going to focus on the game of time. We have that going as a pool for my party.
And then do you think maybe we'll see some type of historic play happening on Sunday?
No. They both are playing really well. That I can say. There is nothing that's going to actually stand out other than them constantly going back and forth with that score. And that's going to be frustrating to
Vincent,
all the fans,
I hate to let you go, but we're running out of time. But hey, you have us excited for the big game this Sunday. Always a pleasure. I hope your team, whoever you're rooting for, I hope it's a good play. For more from Vincent, you can visit VincentGenna.com.